I'm going to talk about some supplements that have been shown to increase cell permeability. And cell permeability is the concept that your cells have to be able to suck in nutrients to be able to have them reach the part of the cell that cause these enzymatic reactions, cause these things to occur that are beneficial for the body, these immune responses. So if you don't have your nutrients going into the cell, then you're going to have problems, right? So this is why cell permeability is critical. And with most people have chronic illnesses, they have issues with cell permeability due to toxic exposure, acidification in the body, etc. So how do you increase cell permeability? Well, the first thing I want to say is I'm not a medical doctor. It's not medical advice. This is from my personal experience, 22 years of research. So if you want to understand cell permeability, you got to realize why the cells are impermeable in the first place. Why are they not letting stuff in? Well, it's because most of the time there's toxins in the body, and they're trying to prevent the toxins from going into the cells and actually damaging the cells further. So if you have an issue where you're having, cell permeability issues, you have cell respiration issues, you have mitochondrial issues, it's more than likely because you have toxicity in your body. So if you want to be able to first repair your cells, you want to be able to repair your cells, the first thing you got to do is get that toxicity out of your body. You got to start doing things like more exercise, sauna, meditation, binders, things like, Takasumi Supreme, the carbonized bamboo, your clay, your zeolite, your apple pectin, your chlorella, your spirulina, the list goes on. You know what I mean? There's a number of different binders I use, but you got to start going that direction first before you try to repair mitochondrial health or cell health, okay? So once you get your binders together and you get your body cleaned out a little bit, you start going to the bathroom every day, you're eating mostly plant-based, you're eating, fruits, vegetables, rice, potatoes, beans, lentils, things like that. You're not eating meat, much, not eating too many animal products. At that point, your cells are ready to start cleaning themselves out and repairing. So at that point, you look into some supplements and say, well, what supplements are going to help me? Well, your cells are already going to be better off because you got rid of some of the toxins from the binders that we mentioned. And the binding process should probably be something like 3 to 6 months before you really even expect to be able to change your cellular health. But when you get to that stage, you want to use stuff like zeolite. Zeolite is an excellent product for cell permeability. I have one that I use by Avini Health, Avini, Avini Health. If you want to be able to get it, you have to go to avinihealth.com/endsickness because you got to have some type of referral code. But, that is a great product. I really like it. I've used that. I've spent thousands of dollars on that stuff. It's helped me and my daughter a lot to overcome symptoms when we were dealing with mold illness and chronic illness. Another great one is MSM. If you can get a good MSM product, that'll increase cell permeability. Another good one is going to be colostrum. If you can get colostrum, that definitely increases cell permeability. It helps the cells to start to basically suck in the nutrition and be a lot more open, and releasing toxins. Another one is arabinogalactin. Arabinogalactin is another one. Alpha-Lipoic Acid is another one. If you can get a good one. Selenium is another one. You know what I mean? There are plenty of others that increase cell permeability, but those are the ones I would say right now. NAC would probably be the last one. So all of those would be the ones that I would say are best for increasing cell permeability. If you're trying to get your cell health back correct, I don't want to forget the CoQ10, but this one's more beneficial for the cell than it is actually making the cell more permeable. So if you want to get your cell health right, you got to get the binders right first. You got to get the toxins out first. You got to eat mostly plants. You got to get your bowel movements consistent. You got to start sweating. You got to do some things at least to get your body going in that direction, getting rid of the toxins. And then at that point, make your cells more permeable. Start dumping out the toxins from the cells. That will be a safe time to do it. But if you start trying to increase cell permeability before you detox the body, then you're going to be in a pickle and you're going to be making things worse. So first you got to use the binders, then you got to use the permeability enhancers and mitochondrial enhancers. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, reach out. My website's endsickness.org. I get hundreds of articles, hundreds of videos in there teaching you how to heal yourself. Take care.